Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of creativity. I have got a fun card to make with you today using one of the brand new suites. We're using the Impressions, let me get it right, hang on a sec, not Impressions of Bloom, Floral Impressions Suite. Yes, that's the right one. Floral Impressions Suite. We're going to be using that today to create a card. The reason I get confused is because the bundle is called something different, but the whole suite collection, yeah, is what I just said. So all good. Sorry, I'm a little bit sleepy today, so my brain is a little bit blurry, but all good. I'm looking forward to crafting with you today. So as everyone is finding their notifications that I've gone live, I'm going to bring this up on my other devices so I can see all of your comments. So let me just get that ready now. Okay, so we've got iPad is on and let's get the computer on. I've got some exciting show and tell to share with you today. Before we get crafting, so it'll just be a very brief show and tell, but let me just bring this up over here on my computer as well. Oh, okay, mute that. Great, good. Okay, good. I can see comments as they come in, so as you're jumping on, say hi, let me know that you are here. Great to be crafting with you again this week. So we have got lots and lots of things happening in the Stampin' Up! World at the moment, and it's a really exciting time. And you know what? I didn't grab my catalogue off the shelf, so let me grab that. 2 secs. There we go. Nearly tripped over my chair getting back down. So we've got the gorgeous new annual catalogue. So I'll tell you a few things first while we're waiting for a few people to jump on before I do all my show and tell. So the beautiful new catalogue is now live. You can purchase from this catalogue. We also have some new online exclusive products that are not in the catalogue but are exclusive to the online store. So you'll find them in the online exclusives category in the online store under the menu, or you can look under what's new as well and you'll see all of the new things. So there's lots and lots of things, lots of beautiful new products to browse and fall in love with. So I finally started doing my tabs down the side, but I didn't get very far. They were just the ones I needed quick reference for my class on Saturday. We had such a lovely class on Saturday. Actually, we had a very eventful weekend. So Saturday was my new products card buffet, and we were using some of the beautiful new products from this annual catalogue. I've got that class repeating again on Wednesday, so I've got more ladies coming for that as well. We had a lovely afternoon, really great class. We had 8 projects that they could choose from, and they could create 4, so they could choose whichever ones they liked to create from that selection. And everybody did a fantastic job on their cards. They all turned out beautifully. We had a couple of beautiful new ladies. It was so lovely to have them join us. And they're looking forward to coming to some future classes, so that is really awesome. We love welcoming in new people to our crafty community. So that was a really fun afternoon. But while that was happening, just before the ladies were about to arrive, my poor hubby started to have an attack of kidney stones again. He's had it once before, about 15 years ago. So he knew as soon as he felt that pain what it was going to be. So my daughter was home, thankfully. So she was looking after him while I was running my class, because the ladies were about to arrive and I said, do you want me to cancel this class? And he's like, no, I'll be right. Anyway, he wasn't okay. But anyway, we got through the class and all was good, and my daughter kept coming down to update me. but everything settled down after he'd had some pain meds, and then everything ramped back up again in the evening after the ladies had, a little while after the ladies had gone. So needless to say, we ended up in the emergency department at the hospital later that evening on the strong suggestion of my son and his wife, who were very worried. So we were going to wait a little while and see how he went, but we decided to go. So we went to a medical centre first, and we got there just before they were closing, and they wouldn't take him. They wouldn't see him because it was too late in the evening, and they'd had a long day with long wait times and things. So they said anyway they'd probably just send him to the hospital. So we went to the hospital, and our son came and met us there actually, because he was quite worried, and so he came and stayed with us there as well. And then they did all the things and the triage, and they assessed him and blah blah blah, and a little while later they took him into a bed after we'd waited. I don't know how long we were there by when that had happened. It wasn't too long actually, maybe an hour or hour and a half or something. I don't even know. Oh, it was a while. Anyway, by 2:30 we were still waiting to see a doctor, and they'd done his obs, and they come and asked him all the question, but we were still waiting to see a doctor. Then the doctor did come, and then he came about 2:15 in the morning, and then I think we got there at 10:15. Anyway, they wanted to do bloods, and then they were going to decide on whether or not they'd do scans and blah blah blah. Anyway, it was going on and on and on, and he was okay at that stage. He was in a little bit of discomfort, but no major pain, at that time, and they'd given him pain meds and anti-nausea meds and things. So he said, look, you guys go home, get some sleep, and I'll ring you when I'm ready. They're ready to release me, and you can come back and pick me up. So by that time we were getting pretty tired. So my son and I left and went home, and then my son went back and picked him up. He rang our son, he rang him because he lives a bit closer to the hospital, so he rang him to go pick him up, and he got home just after 8 o'clock in the morning. So we got there 10:15 at night. He got home at 8:15. They had done a CT scan, they'd taken bloods and everything, and he did have a kidney stone. So he's working from home today. He's doing okay today, but we're not sure if he's passed it. He didn't notice it passing, but he's not in any pain at the moment. So anyway, he's going to just lay low for a few days, see how he goes. We've got a doctor's appointment for him on Thursday. We'll see what she says, and whether or not it's safe for him to go back to work, because he works in the city, so it's a long trip there and back. And if he has another attack, then that's what we're worried, that he'll be in too much pain to get home, because he can't really function with that severe pain. So anyway, so that happened. So then so then he slept for about 6 hours yesterday, until about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and then our son and daughter-in-law came over for dinner last night. Hey Dimity, how you going? We've had an eventful weekend, so I was just filling everybody in. But anyway, so needless to say, I'm a little bit sleepy today. I actually felt okay. I slept in yesterday, and then I felt okay yesterday, but then I woke up today early this morning and checked on him, and he was up and he was feeling okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll go back to sleep. And then of course I laid there for hours, not able to go to sleep. Do you do that? Do you wake up during the night or early hours of the morning and then have trouble getting back to sleep? My brain wouldn't switch off. So anyway, eventually I did fall asleep after about, 3 hours or something. But I don't know how much sleep I got. Not much, I don't think. So if I'm a bit all over the place today, please forgive me. So anyway, let me share with you a few things. So I've got some show and tell. Our son and daughter-in-law just came back from Italy and London. They spent a few days in London, then they went to Italy, and they toured around Italy, or they travelled around Italy for about a week and a half. So they brought back some presents. So I've got some cool presents to show you, one of which is my earrings, and I'm not sure if you can tell. I'll take one off and hold it up close to the camera. Now I forgot to grab it off my notes, but I'll have a look. But these are really special. Let me grab the information from my notes, because these were made in Italy, and I'll just at a special place. Okay, so they are pears. I don't know if you can see. Can you see them? Is it going to focus? They're little pears. They're glass, but they are hand blown glass. And my daughter-in-law got some as well. She got little mandarins, and I got the pears. And yeah, they're really, really sweet. So they're actually glass. They're hand blown glass, and it's merino glass from Venice. So these are my very special Venice earrings. Well, they're pear earrings, but they're from Venice. So that's really special. And they know that I love quirky little earrings and brooches and things. So of course, because I'm talking about their Italy trip today, I've got my pizza and gelato, because that's basically what they lived on over there, pizza and gelato and pasta. I think they had gelato every single day while they were over there in Italy, and pizza just about every day. So they said it was amazing, the pizza and the gelato over there, and they tried collectively about 20 different flavors or something, they estimated. But yeah, so yeah, we got to finally hear all about their trip last night, because my son got sick when they got back, so we weren't able to see them as soon as they got back. So we're waiting for them to be cleared of any sickness. Oh yes, you hear that, Dimity, about waking up in the night and being awake for hours, not being able to get back to sleep. Yes, it's exhausting, isn't it? Yeah. Hey Leslie, how you going? Lovely to have you here. So yeah, so that was one of my presents. I also so the girls each got some of the Murano, I think I said Murano hand-blown glass things as well. Brooke, who lives in Queensland, got a dolphin, of course, because she's passionate about dolphins and she works at SeaWorld up there. And Amber has let me borrow her things to share with you as well, and hers is wrapped up until she gets it into her room. But she got a beautiful little handmade glass owl. Isn't that cute? It's just so adorable. But the detail on it, like it's got these little, you probably can't even see it on camera, but it's got these little feathered details and his little ears, and yeah, he's even got a tiny little tail at the back, but all handmade. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's her little hand-blown glass owl from Venice. I'll wrap that back up. Even the little gift bags they came in were pretty. Look at this. Look at that. It's got gold on it. Like that's inspiration right there. That's creative inspiration right there, don't you think? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the colours. I can pick out some Stampin' Up colours in there. So we got that. We each were given a beautiful scarf. So this is the one that Amber was given. And Brooke got a similar one, but Brooke's was in like a royal blue. Amber's is the black. I'll see if I can stand back and hold it up. It's really big, so it's hard to see, but it's got lots of Italian buildings on there, and I think the Vatican is on there right in the middle. Right in the middle is, there you go, is the Vatican. And yeah, and there's a whole heap of other Italian buildings on there, but they're silk scarves, but they're absolutely beautiful. And so yeah, so that was her one. I'll just quickly wrap it and I'll pop it over there. And my scarf is tucked down here. Mine has beautiful, I got that round the right way. Yes, mine's got beautiful tulips. I think they're tulips. kind of hard to show them on camera because they're so big, but this is the beautiful flowers. Yeah, so aren't they beautiful? Really lovely scarves, and I love scarves. I love wearing scarves in the winter. I wear them all the time when I go out in the winter. And then I got a cute little Harrods bear from England. So cute. It's a little key ring. It's a little key ring one. Super cute, and he's super soft. He's so soft. He's really cute. And I also got a special present for Mother's Day because we didn't see them for Mother's Day, but they brought back Mother's Day, a Mother's Day gift. So they went to, has anybody seen that show on Netflix called, what's it called? Somebody Feed Phil, or someone Feed Phil, and it's about this guy who goes around different parts of the world, and he just he goes on like eating tours, and he goes to all these places and eats all this amazing food. If anyone's seen that on Netflix. Anyway, on the show that he did of Italy, and the kids put me onto this, and they said, oh, you have to watch because we're going to some of these places. When we go over there, we saw this guy on this show go to these places, and there was this amazing food, so we're going to go there. We're going to go to those specific places he went to. And one of the places was called they say Modena, or Modena, Modena. It's in Italy. It's kind of north of Florence, I think it is. And I think it was between their trip from Venice to Florence, or Florence to Venice. I can't remember which way they went now. But anyway, they did some driving over there. Jake did some driving over there. He said it was very, very cool, but a little bit scary and a bit stressful, but was all good. And yeah, so they took a car specifically so they could go to this place called Modena to go for the cheese. Apparently the Parmesan cheese over there is amazing. So they brought back a whole heap of Parmesan cheese, which like in the, like the cut Parmesan cheese, and they brought it back vacuum sealed. Apparently you're allowed to bring it back, as long as you declare it and all of that. They went to this place where they make balsamic vinegar, and it's a very unique balsamic vinegar, and it has absolutely no additives. It's made just with grapes, and it's fermented and aged over years. Anyway, they brought me back a bottle of it, and I've already opened it and I tried it today, but it was well packaged and everything, and box is empty because I've taken it out. But it came, this is the special little bottle. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? And it came with this cork, it came with a cork in it, and it was all sealed on the top. It had this seal, which was really hard to get off actually, that was covering the top. And then it had this extra little cork that came with it that you put in, that's got a little pourer on it. And then you cork the pouring spout as well. So that's how you use it, like that. But it smells amazing. Does anyone else like balsamic vinegar? This is because this one is aged. I can't remember if they said this one is a 2 or a 3 year old one. And they have all different ones at this particular shop, and it's it's like this really unique shop, and they have all these different ones, and you can go in and do tastings. But yeah, this smells amazing, and I tried it today on my lunch. We took a little taste test last night, and it was really yummy. It's actually quite a sweet, it's got really sweet undertones to it, but it is amazing. And apparently the bottles are designed by one of the prestigious car companies. I can't remember which one it was. But one of the Italian car companies actually designed the bottles, and they're patented. So they're, so it's quite unique and quite special. So I was so excited because I've got some of this stuff that the guy tried on the show. So yeah, if you've got Netflix and you're a bit of a foodie, check out Somebody Feed Phil or Somebody Feed Phil. I can't remember. somebody or someone, anyway. And yeah, it's the one where he goes to Italy. But yeah, so I was so excited about that. You love balsamic too, Rose? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? This one is, yeah, because the kids were telling me last night that apparently a lot of the ones that we just purchase in the stores, like they have a lot of additives and they add extra sugar and all this sort of stuff, whereas this one is just purely grapes. It's made from grapes, which I didn't realize that they made balsamic vinegar from grapes. But yeah, it's just grapes and it's just how they age it. So yeah, how cool is that? So I was very excited about my balsamic vinegar all the way from Italy. I'll put that over there, and I'll be using it sparingly because yes, it's quite expensive. And Somebody Feed Phil, thanks Amber. Yes, Somebody Feed Phil, that's what it's called on Netflix. So definitely check that one out. And he goes to where did he go? He went to Venice, he went to Modena and some other places in Italy, and trying out the gelato. And there's this place there where they got the balsamic vinegar. There's an ice cream place right next door, and if you get ice cream there and then come back to them, they will put balsamic vinegar on the ice cream. And my daughter-in-law tried it, and you think, oh yuck, that would be awful. But she said it was amazing. But it's a particular flavor of gelato that goes with the balsamic. It's like a milk flavor. It's like a real creamy, I don't know how she described it, but she said it was amazing. And they just put like a little drizzle of the balsamic on it, and it actually goes. And I'm like, I need some vanilla ice cream now to try with the, I don't think it will be quite the same, but yeah, so there you go. So that was my show and tell today. So thank you for sharing in that with me. But yeah, we're very excited, and I love my little pear, my little glass pear earrings. So I'll have to take care with these ones because they are actually glass and I don't want to break them. And they're hand blown, so I don't know if they're hollow. I don't know actually if these ones would be blown or just, I guess they would be because of the shape of them. So not sure how thick they are. Anyway, there you go. All right, so has anybody else been over to Italy and Venice and Florence? They went to Florence. They went to the, what's it called? The coastline, Malfi? Can't think what it was. They went to quite a, they went to Naples. They went to, oh, they were telling us all the different places they went to. I just couldn't keep up. I don't think they even told us everything last night, but they stayed in some amazing places. So somewhere I will probably never get to go because, you know, it's a very long way, and with my back, I probably can't really travel that far. Now, I just realized I don't have my phone plugged in, so I'm just going to grab my cable. I had my watch plugged in just before we were going to go live, and I forgot to switch over. So I better do that, otherwise we might lose, you might lose me part way. And that wouldn't be very good, would it? All right. Okay. Oh, Leslie, you like balsamic, and Rose also loves balsamic. Oh, good. So a couple of you do. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I had it today. I made myself a little oh, this is the place where they got it from. Oh, you're going to see it back to front. Sorry, it's La Consoteria. La Consoteria. And it's been in operation since 1966. But yeah, sorry, you're seeing it backwards at the moment. But that's their little business card. So if anyone's going over there, check them out. And there's markets nearby that do the beautiful cheeses. Like they've got like almost like a deli cabinet with all these different beautiful cheeses and antipasto and all the yummy, yummy things. Oh. Leslie said, my son and daughter-in-law had 5 weeks in Italy for their honeymoon. Oh, wow. That's so exciting. Oh, amazing. I wonder if they went to any of the same places. They probably did, because Jake and Hope did like the, you know, the big touristy places, and then they did the other smaller places like Modena and a few other places like that. So yeah. All right, well, let me tell you a little bit about what is happening in the Stampin' Up world. Now we have of course got the amazing starter kit special. I've been talking about this the last few weeks, and where are we up to now? What's today? Today is The 19th of May already. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's only a week and a half left of this joining special. And this is an amazing joining special. It's one of the biggest ones that Stampin' Up! Has done. It's probably going to be the biggest one for the year, I would imagine. I'm not sure, but I just thought I would mention that at the moment you can purchase the starter kit for $169, which is the normal price, but you get to choose $303 worth of products and still only pay $169. So if you've got a big wish list, or you're loving products from the new annual catalogue or the new online exclusives, you can get some of those products in a starter kit for absolutely free. Now, if you would like to do that and you want to join Stampin' Up!, or maybe you're a bit scared about joining Stampin' Up! Because you might think that you're going to be locked into something, or you're going to be forced to sell products, or you know, it might be a bit scary. Please don't be concerned about any of that, because you can exit at any time. There is no compulsory selling or anything like that. You don't need to hold classes. You don't need to do any of those things. You can simply join for the discount for yourself. You will get an ongoing 20% discount so long as you stay current with Stampin' Up! If you decide that it's not for you and you don't want to stay with them anymore, that's fine. You just go back to being a customer and you'll just go back to paying full price for everything. But why would you want to do that when you can get an amazing discount? So if you have been a demonstrator before, if you've been with Stampin' Up! Before, you're welcome to rejoin. It's not just a one and done deal. If you have been with them before, you can rejoin if you'd love to get that amazing special. And of course, then there is the awesome creative community. So we've got a beautiful team. The Papercraft Gems is my team, and we have a beautiful community of lovely, lovely people. We've built some great friendships in that group as well. You can be as active or as quiet in the group as you want to. If you don't want to be part of the group and you just want to be quietly in the background, that's okay too. Oh yeah, Amber is actually saying this is the one time you can actually add a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine into the starter kit and get a huge saving on it, plus choose more products for free. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. And also to some of the suites in here, if you love some of the suites in the catalogue, some of them can be quite pricey if you want all of the products all at once. You can get some of those, like there's some that are 200 and... like this one, the florals, oh wait on a minute, yeah, the florals in bloom, for instance, which isn't the one we're using today, but this one's $215 for all of the products in that suite. If you love those, there they all are there. You can get that, and instead of paying $215, you can pay only $169, plus then you'll have more to spend, because you can spend up to $303. So you'd still be able to get extra things as well. Now the one we've got today, I actually didn't tag it. And I'm just trying to remember now, is it the online exclusive one or is it the one from the catalogue? Now I can't remember. I'm still getting my head around all of these new products in the catalogue. It's a bit like that when we first get a new catalogue. I think it's from, is it Amber's online? She will know. Amber, is it in the catalogue or is it online exclusives, the one we're using today? I've totally forgotten, because we've been doing a bit of a mishmash of both, using both online. I think it's the online exclusive one. But I'll get her just to double check for me. Actually, I'll type it in here and just tell you. What is it? Floral Impressions. Floral Impressions Suite. Yeah, so the suite we're using today, if you love that suite, I do have a class coming up using the suite. It is online exclusive. Thanks, Amber. Yes. But if you love all of the products and you want to get all of the products, you know, in the, if you're not able to come to the class, which we'll get to, but yeah, you can put that in your starter kit. Like, you can put whatever is current at the moment in your starter kit and only pay $169. and choose $303 worth of value. And then you'll get free shipping on that starter kit order as well. And then your ongoing discount, minimum of 20%, and then build it up to 25% over time if you choose to, or you can just stay at the 20%. Yeah, but there's so many great benefits. And of course, then there's all the exclusive Stampin' Up stuff as well. There's the wider Stampin' Up community you can be part of. We have the demonstrator website with lots and lots of information, great resources. We've got the demonstrator only Facebook group with lots of creative inspiration that goes in there every single day, which is amazing. And then we've got demonstrator only events throughout the year. We've actually got one coming up in June. It's a creative one. And then we've got our big convention in March. And the next one's going to be in Sydney, March next year. So yeah, so many different things. But if it's something that you are considering or you have a big order, please consider grabbing the starter kit, because you will save yourself a lot of money and you'll be able to get more products for less. So definitely consider that. If you've got any questions, please feel free to get in contact with me and ask me. If you aren't from Australia, so then if you're outside of Australia, you wouldn't be able to join with me. But if you are outside of Australia and you're watching my live and you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, but you're looking for one in your area, please let me know, because I've got demonstrator friends all around the world, so I can definitely hook you up with somebody. Yeah, if you're looking for a demonstrator, if you don't already have one. So very exciting time, but you've only got until the 31st of May for that special offer. Okay, so then the normal price will come back into play. So definitely take the opportunity now while you can get $134 worth of free product. So, all right, now let me tell you about my class. I've got this beautiful class coming up, Floral Impressions card class. Now I've already got some registrations for this one. So if you are interested in this, you'll need to register soon or you might miss out. This class is going to be on Saturday, the 7th of June. We're going to be using the Floral Impressions Suite, which we're going to be using today. So you get a little taste of that today. And I did use some of those products a few weeks ago as well, which I'll show you that project today as well, so that we can remember that one. But it is going to be a morning class on a Saturday. I normally do afternoon classes on a Saturday, but I have something else in the afternoon that day. So we're doing a morning class. Now it's $45 per person, but it includes product. And I'm going to show you when I put the camera down onto the desk what the products are that you're going to get in that class. Registration closes this Friday, the 23rd of May. So there's only a short registration time for this one, because we've just had some other classes that have been advertised as well, and the one we have just closed. So we've had back-to-back classes, lots of different classes, so it's been very exciting. You'll get to make 3 beautiful cards in this class, and they're going to be stepped up cards. So they're not just going to be simple cards, they'll be stepped up. We'll have some fun folds as well. So yeah, so if you have a bit of experience with card making, whether or not you're a casual card maker or if you're an avid, very experienced card maker, this will be a great class for you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put the links down in the comments for that right now, so that you can grab that. Let me just get that here, and you can go there and get all of the details, and the registration will be there too. Now for those watching the replay on YouTube, I will put the links in the description as well, so you'll be able to look there. So I forgot to say thank you to all of those watching the replay as well, if you're not here watching live today. All right, so that link is there for you. And oh yes, oh sorry Leslie, I just saw your response to that. Yes, they did. They sure did have a wonderful time, and I'm sure they went to some of those wonderful places over there in Italy as well, your son and daughter-in-law. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I'd love to go, but we can dream. All right. Okay, so that's the things that are happening at the moment. So what I will do is I will tip the camera down so that I can show you the products that you'll get in that class, and then we can get crafting on our project for today, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to cover up the camera while I do a little flippity flip so that I don't make you all dizzy. So just bear with me a moment while I get it all set up. Here we go. Okay, now don't go anywhere because this just takes a moment. There we go. You see all my mess, and I'll zoom in so you don't see too much of my mess for too long. There we go. All right. I do have some grid paper down today because we're going to be doing a bit of stamping off. So we're going to be having a bit of an inky old time today, which is always lots of fun. It's great fun to get inky. So just in case you're wondering, this grid paper is available for purchase by customers, and you can actually get it. It comes in a pad of 100 sheets. So, and the pads of paper, of the grid paper, last for ages, and you do have your measuring grids on there as well, so they come in very handy for that too. I might zoom in just a little bit closer, I think, because I'm thinking that's going to be a bit far away. Let's see if I put the stamp set there. Are you going to be able to see what I'm working on, or does it look a bit too far away? Just wait for my camera to catch up. Yeah, that's a bit far away. Let's zoom in a little bit. See if it'll let me zoom. Zoomy, zoom, zoom. Nope, it's not going to let me zoom. Come on. It's not wanting to zoom again now. It's like, nope, you've done your zooming. That's it, you're done. Come on, come on. Why is it not allowing me to zoom again? Maybe it only lets you zoom in once when you first flip the cameras. Oh, no, there we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? There we go. And then I'll just move this down a tad. Now, any of the products that I'm showing today, you will find in my online store, and you can find them either via my blog, because I have a shop link via my blog, or you can find them via my my Stampin' Up website. Okay, so they are there on the desk for you if you would like to go to those. And if you, I'll just move that up a tad a little bit more. If you haven't yet subscribed to my to my newsletter, please go there and subscribe to my newsletter so that I can keep you updated with all of the latest Stampin' Up news. And I do put these projects in there as well with a link through to the related blog so you can get all the measurements and everything too. I add extra creative content in there as well that is shared from my team. And I'm just going to move this whole thing up because I just noticed it's a bit low. I do from time to time add extra bits and pieces, extra tutorials, and sometimes tips and all sorts of things in there. So I try to mix it up a little bit. So you can subscribe to my newsletter via my blog if you're not already subscribed. All right, now before we get to this, I'm just going to show you what you will get in the class. Okay, so the Floral Impressions class, you're going to get a quarter pack of the Floral Impressions Designer Series paper, and I'm going to show that to you in a moment. You're going to get a half a pack of the, I forget what they're called, the Foiled Frames and Labels Ephemera pack. So they are gold trim labels of different sizes and shapes. You're going to get a half a pack. I've already used some of mine, so this isn't even a full pack, but you'll get a half a pack of the beautiful Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. I'll show you those in a minute too. And then you're going to get 2 meters of the gold striped mesh ribbon. Mesh ribbon, is that what they call it? Yes, and this is gorgeous. So we're going to use some of this today. So we're going to use some of all of this today. So you'll get to see them. But let me just quickly show you the paper. So you get that as part of the class. Plus you're going to get all of your kits for the projects. and you'll get instruction from me as well. Let's just have a look at these beautiful papers. Now this is how you'll get it for the class, but if you purchase the full pack of papers in my online store, they do come in a 12 by 12 sheet. We've just cut each sheet in half, okay, for the class. So we've got that ready already. So this is the first side, and then we've got the beautiful reverse side. So you always have a more subtle pattern on the reverse sides. We've got this beautiful one in the purples and blues. We've got some green stripe on the other side. Got some beautiful ferns here and some little yellow flowers too. Another subtle pool party colour on the other side. This one's really pretty. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And then we've got some beautiful fresh freesia on the other side. And then the beautiful bright yellow daisies. I think they're daisies. Daisies? Some type of daisy, I think they are. And some garden green on the other side. And then we've got this beautiful one. This is the one we used last week, I think, on the card we made last week. Was it this one? No, that was a different card that I made, that I used that one for. So there you go. So you get all of that paper. The labels are in all different, it's a labels ephemera pack. These, I think I showed these a couple of weeks ago as well. And now I've used a few from here, so this isn't a full, some of them. So there's there's two actual, like there's an actual tag, and then there's a separate frame, like just the frame on its own for each shape. And then there's also the gold trim around the whole outside edge of that as well. So if you wanted to, if you're good with scissors, or you could maybe use your trimmer for some of these shapes, you could maybe, cut around that to use that as an extra one. These ones have already been used, or partially, and then these ones too have been partially used, and the other ones are in there. So you get, so that's actually half a pack, but I've used some out of this half pack already. So that's my half pack. And then the gems, there's extra ones hiding up the top that are a little bit darker. So you've got the three different colours. You've got the darker pink, the lighter pink, and then the clear. And you probably can't see on camera, but they've got gold glitter in them as well. So they're really sparkly, and yeah, they're so beautiful. So I'll pop these to the side, and the ribbon is gorgeous. We're going to use that today. All right. I'm going to pop this paper back away because that is one of the quarter packs ready for the class, so I can't use that one. I've got another pack that I've already cut into that we're going to use from the same paper pack. Okay, so I'll pop these ones to the side. All right, let's have a look at the stamp set. So this is the stamp set we're using today. It is the Impressions of Bloom, and it has the coordinating dies. You might remember a couple of weeks ago we made this card. I've still got it in the plastic, so and this is one of the cards that the ladies made in my class on Saturday, and my ladies on Wednesday will have the opportunity to make this card as well if they would like to. It's one of the options. So we used predominantly the dies on this one, the embossing folder. We use the dies, of course, for the oval as well, and then we just used the stamp for the sentiment. But yesterday, so that was the first one, and then yesterday the ladies also had the opportunity of making this card, and quite a few of them made this one, and they really loved that. So this one is sort of inspiring my card today, but I am going to change it up. But we're going to use the same colours, using the same colour scheme, but we're changing up the layout a little bit. Okay, we're going to step it up. This one was just all stamping, and this stamp is a two-step stamp set, which is awesome. So you've got the detail, and then you've got the solid shape as well to give you the colour with each of the stamps. So you've got 3 different size flowers, you've got their centres, and then you've got the leaves as well, and then you've got the sentiments as well. This is the embossing folder as well. I'm probably not using the embossing folder today, I don't think. we're going to be using the paper and the stamps and the dies. Okay, now in I'll just show you the range of colours that are in the paper. So you've got all of these beautiful colours in the paper. So there's lots and lots that will match with it. I've still got that hair sticking around there on the desk. Go away. And yeah, so these are all, and I love that Stampin' Up coordinates their designer series papers with coordinating colours, coloured cardstock in their range, so you know that everything's going to match, and also to the ribbons match and the embellishments match and the inks match. Like, yeah, it's just the colour coordination is the best thing, I reckon, about Stampin' Up, apart from the quality, of course, which is outstanding. But there you go. All right, so we have, these are my pieces that I have here. I've pulled out one of the tags from the Label Ephemera pack. We're going to be using a little bit of Strawberry Slush. We're going to be having white as our main focal layer. We're going to have a base of Darling Duckling. So these two are two of the new in colours. And we're going to use a little strip of this beautiful, beautiful paper. And notice how it's in the different colours and the different patterns that make up the other designer series paper. So you can use it sort of like that. So you've got different designs, but today we're going to use it in a vertical manner. So we're just going to use this colour and then with these flowers, and then we're going to match, yeah, the cardstock and everything to that. And then I've got extra white cardstock for stamping on. All right, so I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our card base. This is just half a sheet of A4 cardstock. Now, I will have all of the measurements for you on my blog this week. I don't have all of the measurements written out right now because Amber was helping me prepare this in a hurry today. Because as I said earlier, we've had a very big weekend with my class on Saturday and my husband not well and being in hospital. So, yeah. He's home now, though, in case you missed, I didn't score that very well, in case you missed the earlier story. If you want the full story, feel free to go back and watch the replay after we finish today. But poor hubby was in hospital for a few hours overnight on Saturday night, and so my son and I stayed with him for the first few hours, and then we left him there, came home, got some sleep, and then my son went back and picked him up when it was time for him to be released from hospital. But he's doing okay. He's doing okay. All right, so we're going to need a strip of the designer series paper. So I'm just going to cut about here. I don't know, didn't really have a measurement. I was just kind of looking at the, oh, what am I doing? I've got the measurement on my ruler here. Yeah, so probably about a 5. Oh, I might go a little bit less than that actually, because I want to preserve those pink flowers. We'll go about there. So what's that? Just under 5. Let's go 4.8. There we go. So we've got that strip of beautiful flowers there. And there's so much you can do with this paper. Like, this paper is just beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. If you love florals, like, you're going to love this paper. All right, so then that's, oh, I need to trim that down. I need to trim down the height of that. I was going to have a little border. Let's see. Oh, yeah, about there. I think, actually, the length, I know the length. Let me look at my thingy over here. Yeah, I think we'll cut that. Yeah, I think we'll cut that there. And let's see, then that should give me my little 2mm border that I wanted to have. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, cool. Good, good, good. So we just cut off just that little snip. I probably won't use that little scrap. I probably won't keep that one. If I have good sized scraps, of course I keep them because I use them sometimes to decorate the inside, sometimes to yeah, add as little elements on the card. But they're basically the pieces that you need for the card. Now I've got some additional cardstock to stamp our flowers. The stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set, and as I mentioned, it's a 2-step stamp set. Let's bring that stamp case back in. The images on the front are only shown at, can't even read that because I don't have my glasses on, 95%. So the actual stamps are larger than what you see on the front, okay? We are going to be using the same colours as in, well actually, these 3 colours are going to be the same, but the green is going to be different to that card that I've now dumped stuff on and can't find it. There we go. This one. So we're using the same colour schemes sort of as this one, but we're changing up the green because of the green that's in the paper here. Okay, so this is more of a shaded spruce or garden green, but I thought the shaded spruce would go really nice, but I pulled out both just in case. So we've got Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger. They are 3 of the new in colours. And then we've got, we're probably going with the shaded spruce, but I've got the garden green just in case. So we are going to start with the large flower. Now, if I forget anything, if Amber, if you're still on here watching, if I forget anything, please jump in because my brain is a little bit tired today. So there might be things that I forget. Now, sometimes I was going to show you this trick as well. You've probably seen me do this before, but I'm going to grab, first of all, a baby wipe. Excuse the scrunchy sound for a moment. So grab a baby wipe or a wet wipe, or you can use a an old cloth or something. I have an old bone folder, one of the bone folders that we use to burnish our cardstock when we fold it to give a nice crisp fold. Or you can use the back of a spoon, either a plastic spoon, a plastic disposable spoon, which you can't really find them much nowadays, but you can use a metal spoon as well. The ink will just rinse off because it's water-based ink. But these new ink pads that I have are quite juicy. So when you get a brand new ink pad, often they are quite juicy. When you're using stamps like this, the detail is a distinctive stamp. It's got quite a bit of detail in it. And sometimes if your ink pad is too juicy, it won't pick up the detail because you'll get too much ink loaded up on your stamp and it will kind of just blur everything. So what I do is take your spoon or your bone folder and just gently drag that across your ink pad. As you're doing that, pushing the ink down, so just pressing firmly but gently down into the ink pad. Now, if you're doing this, whatever you are using to do this process, make sure that it has smooth edges. You don't want to use like an old credit card or anything like that that might have slightly sharper edges because it can tear up the foam on your ink pad. Okay, so we're just going to push that down into there. Then we're going to clean our bone folder, of course. These get a little bit stained because they are made of a porous material. So, but if we take off that surface ink, then we'll be all good to go. Okay, so now we are ready to stamp our detail. So just ink that up just by tapping. Stamp that down. Now that is called first generation because we've not stamped off, we've just inked up, stamped straight onto the cardstock. Now with the colour, the solid colour that we're going to put over the top, or colour fill as I like to call it, we're going to stamp it off and use the second generation of ink. Okay, so we're going to ink up, so tap, stamp off. Now this is called second generation because we've already stamped off onto the paper with the first generation, and now we'll just line that up over the top and see how we've got the detail underneath and then we've got the colour over the top. Okay, and that's our two-step stamping. Let's see how many I've got here. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to do that one. Now we want to clean those straight away because these inks are highly pigmented and you will get a little bit of staining on your stamps, on your photopolymer stamps, but if you clean them straight away, it'll help to eliminate too much staining. Your stamps might turn a little bit pinky coloured. That's quite normal. It doesn't affect their use. It doesn't damage them. It's just that the photopolymer is quite porous, so it likes to hang on to those pigments. All right. Now we're going to do the centers of this one, and again the centers do have two, I might just do the same with this one. We'll push that ink down. Now when we close up our ink pads, I might actually flip that over. When we close up our ink pads, because we are flipping them over, when we're storing them, we're actually storing them upside down, which is the best way to store your ink pads anyway, because it keeps the ink at the surface of the ink pad. But in this case, we don't want it too juicy. So I'm going to turn this one upside down because we're going to be using that again in a minute, and I don't want the ink to come back to the surface too much for when we go to use it again. All right, so we'll do that again. Give our bone folder a clean. Feel free to chat with me, everyone, as I am crafting. If you've got questions, or if you want to talk about these products or any other products, if you want to share anything, have you used this stamp set before, or this bundle before, or the whole suite before? Let me know in the comments. All right, we're going to do the same with this one. So we've got the two stamps. We're going to do the detail first, full strength, first generation. Let's pop that one up there. Then we're going to take, I'm going to make sure I know which way this lines up first before I ink it up. Is it that way? That looks about right. Okay. So we're going to ink that up, tap, 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 stamp off, and then stamp that second generation. I'm just going to bring that down a bit closer to me so I can get my head over the top of that to line it up. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we'll give those ones a clean. Always clean your stamps straight away, as I always tell everybody. Sometimes I forget. And I'll be sitting there and I'll go to stamp the next thing. I think, oh, wait, I've got to go back. I didn't clean my stamps. Okay, and I'll do the same with this one. I'll just flip it back upside down. And then we're going to do our little strawberry slush. Now this one I actually stamped off the whole pad the other day when I was designing these cards, because it was super, super juicy to the point where I wasn't getting clear images, like I wasn't getting the detail clearly because it was too juicy. So I actually don't need to stamp, I don't need to push the ink down with this one, because I already took off some of that ink. That goes that way. So tap, tap, tap. We're going to stamp off again with this one and then go over the top. There we go. Yeah. So if you find that your ink pad is too juicy, you can get some scrap paper and stamp off a couple of times the whole ink pad just to take a little bit of that ink out. But you will get a lot of seepage through your paper, so make sure you've got at least a double layer of paper if you do that. But yeah, we had to do that with this particular one, the strawberry slush, because it was super, super juicy. But it's beautiful now. It's coming out really beautifully. All right. Now the reds and the purples, deep purples, they tend to hold the most pigment. So you'll notice that these stamps are very pink. They've gone very pink because I've been using the deep pink ink. But again, as you can see, they still stamp beautifully, so it hasn't affected them at all. All right, now we are going to do the centers. So we need the yellow, the Darling Duckling, and we need the Timid Tiger. Now, with the centers, there are you do have the 2 steps as well. So you've got the detail and the solid shape. So you can do whatever you like in the center of these. I'm going to do, for the large one, I'm going to use the Darling Duckling. I'm going to do the detail first, and we'll stamp that in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to do the solid shape, and I'm going to stamp that off, take off some of that ink and stamp that over the top. Okay, didn't quite line that up, but that's okay. Now with these 2, I'm going to use the smaller one, but I'm not going to use the solid shape this time. I'm just going to use the detail one, and we're going to have orange in the middle of the yellow one, and we're going to have yellow in the middle of the pink one. So I just need to clean this in between. Yep. There we go. And without doing the, I'll give these ones a clean too. Without doing the solid shape over the top, you just kind of get a little bit, so if I hold this up closer, you'll see this one's got more sort of colour to it, where these ones have got a little bit of white space. So, which the white space is great because it can be like the sun, you know, glistening on the flower centres or the stamens. So it's up to you depending on what look you want to go for. That's how I decided to do it. All right. Now I am using more than just one of each of these flowers on my card today, but to save time, I did a few earlier, ahead of time. Oh, we didn't do the leaves as well, so I'll just show you the leaves. Now the shaded spruce is very deep in colour, so we're going to do a few of the detail ones. Okay, ink that off, ready for cleaning. And then when I come to do the solid shape, now you can leave those just like that and they look great, but if you want to add a bit more colour, you can add the solid shape, but this ink is very, very deep. So I found I had to stamp it off once, twice, and then take it to the image. So this is actually 3rd generation now. Okay, so 1, 2, 3rd generation. And there's not many colours that you have to do 3rd generation to, but this one in particular I noticed today is very dark. And it could be too that my ink pad is very juicy. There we go. See, that just adds a little bit more colour to those flowers. Okay, so we'll dab off that ink. See, this is why I've got grid paper today. I knew we were going to be getting inky, inky, inky. Give these a clean. I always like to test them on clean paper after I've cleaned them to make sure I get all of the ink out of them, because sometimes I don't, especially with those deeper pigment colours. All right, now we've got the dies that coordinate. So I've already put my dies on magnetic sheet because these ones have been getting a lot of use. And my class ladies absolutely love this bundle as well. Now, when you're purchasing the stamps and the dies, you can purchase them individually of each other. But if you love both of them, I suggest purchase them together using the bundled price. If you look up Impressions of Bloom, if you just put that into your search in the online store, you'll get the individual products and you'll get the bundle, but you'll save yourself 10% if you use the bundled code. Okay, so if you love both and you want both, get them as a bundle so you save yourself some money. Okay, that's my little hot tip for you today. All right, so we need this die and this die. So you'll notice that each of the dies, they've got the outline which die cuts the stamped image, and then they can be used as standalone dies as well, as we used on the project the other day. Hang on, I've just got to work out where these ones line up. Wait a sec. We've got the triple one here. No, because we've got 2 triple ones. That one. That way? No. Which way does this one go? Hang on, we'll get there. There we go, that way. Sometimes you just got to keep manoeuvring them until they fit. And then this one too. needs to be this way. Oops. No. Just got to keep positioning them. Sometimes I mark them on my my stamps and my dies, but I don't think I have with these ones. That way? No. That way? No. I must have had it right already one of the ways. That way. That's the way it goes. Okay. I'm going to hold these down with washi tape, and then for the leaves you've got two leaves, so we can do 2 at a time, which is awesome. But I'm actually not going to die cut the leaves. I just wanted to yes, this set is in the online exclusives rows. It's not in the catalogue. It's just in the online exclusives section of the menu in the online store. Yeah. Or you can just put it in the search bar. If you just type in the search bar at the top, there'll be a search bar in the top right hand corner, I think it is. If you just type in Impressions of Bloom, it'll come up. Okay. We're actually not going, well, you know what, we'll die cut these two and I'll show you what they're going to look like. Now I'm going to grab some washi tape. Actually, no, I'm going to grab my post-it tape. Oh, it's right here beside me. Let's use all the colours. Oh, not the pink one, because the pink one's pushed in at the moment. We're going to use, this is just post-it tape that I got just at the local Officeworks stationery store. Comes on the roll, and I just use that to hold down my dies. Or you can use washi tape. Sometimes the washi tape can be a little bit sticky, so if you have washi tape that's got really strong adhesive, just dab it off a couple of times on your clothing or on your skin, just to pick up a few skin cells. It'll stop it from being so tacky. The washi tape, I find when I use that, I can use it multiple times before it all falls apart, whereas with the post-it tape, it doesn't kind of last as many times through the machine. Oh, you're welcome, Rose. No problem. Yeah, it's a beautiful, it's been so popular. Oh my goodness, all the ladies at class just love this one. And my next class is actually using this bundle as well. It is an in-person class though, so if you are a distance away, my apologies. Is Jenny on here with us? Has she jumped on, Rose? I didn't see her. She might be in the background, is she? Hi, Jenny, if you're there. Yes, Jenny's over here on the Big Island at the moment. So I heard that I've been watching some of her looking at her photos. It looks like they're having an amazing time. All right, there we go. So we'll bring over the big machine. This is our large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. There is a mini as well, but we're going to die cut multiples this time. So we'll use the big machine. Alrighty, so I've got my base plate number 1. I've got my die cut adapter number 2. I've got my clear plate number 3. So we're making our sandwich. That's what we call our sandwich. And I've got my dies already there on face down with the die cutting edge face down on the cardstock. Everything's all lined up ready to go. And we just need to take this through the machine. And guess what? My iPad is in the way. So I'm going to have to just twist this around a little bit. There we go. Not sure if you can all see that now or if it's off camera. Sorry, it's going to bump the camera a little bit. Oh, you saw her name pop up, Rose. Oh, she must be in the background. Hi, Jenny. Okay, there we go. Now, if you wanted to, we do have dies for the flower centers as well. So you could pop those up. I'm just going to pop this over to the side for the moment. You could pop the centers up as well if you wanted to 3D the centers. You could do that as well. There we go. There's all our little pieces. So aren't they cute when you cut them all out? Now I've got some that Amber very kindly cut out. I had stamped a whole heap earlier and I'm like, oh, I've got to go get ready. Could you just die cut these while I go get ready? And so we've got all of these cut out as well. We didn't die cut extra leaves because I decided I'm actually going, what I'm going to do is stamp the leaves. Do you know what? They would look cute like that though. I was going to stamp the leaves on the background and then pop the flowers up on them rather than, because otherwise we'll be there forever die cutting leaves because there's so many. Look how many I stamped earlier. So many. Okay. So let's get going with this. We are going to, let's just move these. Hang on a minute. Let me make little piles over here. They're so cute. And I love these colours. Aren't they just so bright and fun? This card is sure to cheer up somebody's day. All right. So I'm first of all going to adhere this one down, and then we're going to have our layers on top, but we're going to do some stamping of the leaves on here. But we're going to adhere this down first, and then we're going to wrap some ribbon around this layer. So let's adhere our designer series paper down. So how is the weather down in Tassie, Rose? Is it getting cold down there now? We've got, today it's been a real gloomy day. We had rain overnight. Actually, it was raining when I went to bed in the early hours. Oh, I had so much to catch up on last night. I was up till early hours trying to catch up on things because I'd not got things done the night before. Normally Sundays is my day off, but because hubby was sick on Saturday night, I didn't get everything done, so I had to do it yesterday or last night after the kids left. So not that they're kids, they're adults, but they're still my kids. All right, now we don't want to mount these up just yet because we want to work out the positioning of our flowers. Now where's my other card? Because I was inspired by the layout of these ones, so I'm going to pop that up there for inspiration. And you know what, we could have these going off a little bit, but I just want to work out where they're going to go so that I can do my flowers, my leaves, stamp my leaves. Cold and sunny today. Cold sunny day today. I saw that there was snow up on Mount Wellington. I saw that briefly pop up on my, oh, you know what? I don't have my take a pic tool. Oh, I've left that out in the studio. Okay, I'm going to have to use my super duper old one, which is now Amber's one. This is the old original piecing tool that they Stampin' Up used to have. Yeah, so sorry. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to shape these before I do that. Let's give them a bit of shape. Let's curl them up with our bone folder, give them a little bit of a lift. Yeah, so I saw something pop up briefly on Facebook earlier today that there was snow up on Mount Wellington already. Did you hear about that, Rose? Is that, I'm guessing it's current news, unless it was something old that popped up, I don't know. Does that sound about right? And I was thinking, wow, I wonder when it's going to start snowing on the slopes down in our slopes down in New South Wales. I guess that'll be soon. Yes, we had snow to look at last week. Okay, there you go. Wow, is that early? Is it typical for it to snow this early? Well, I guess it's May, isn't it? So we are coming into winter soon. I was looking on the map the other day, I'll have to say, when the kids were overseas, I was looking on the map to see, you know, where everything was. I'm not great with geography. I failed geography at school. It just didn't interest me at all. So, you know, when something doesn't interest you, don't sort of take as much notice. Anyway, and I was looking and I was like, wow, Tasmania really is the last place on Earth before you hit Antarctica, isn't it? And I even think I said out loud, no wonder it gets so cold down there in Tasmania. Like, they're really not far from Antarctica. So, Oh, you can see Mount Wellington from your house, Rose. Wow, okay. So it must get pretty chilly then at your place if you're that close to the snow. But how beautiful to wake up in the winter and see the snow on top of the mountains. That's so special. That would be beautiful. I have no idea how many of these I'm going to use, but I just thought I'll sit here and curl them all while I'm chatting to you. Who else is crafting today? Is anybody else crafting along with me today, or are you all just sitting back with your cuppers? I didn't even have time to make myself a cuppa today. I'll have to have it when we finish. What will I have with my cuppa this afternoon? I think I've got some gluten-free biscuits left over from the weekend. I might have a gluten-free bicky or something. Or actually, I've got some of my auntie's cake, gluten-free cake that she made me. I froze it when we came back from Mildura back in, when was that? March? March, yes. And I'm not going to use this one because that one's not cut right. So, yes, I've got some frozen cake. I might have a piece of that. That will be yummy. Very soon, it'll be mandarin cake season, everyone, because all of our citrus is fruiting, like ripening now. I've picked 5 oranges. So, well, I've picked 4. One was on the ground. I've had 5 oranges so far, but the lemons and the mandarins are a little bit behind the oranges. So they'll be, yeah, they'll be coming on fairly soon. So that'll be good. Oh, it's just, Rose said, no, Mandy, it's just cold, not beautiful, lol. Yeah, I imagine it would be pretty chilly, And I guess it makes a difference. I guess there is a difference between visiting the snow, which I love, and living near the snow or living in the snow. I guess it's 2 very different things, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm just thinking, I'm starting to put dimensionals on all of these, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I think I want to put some of these flat. I don't know that I want dimensionals on all of them. So let's just not go dimensional crazy yet. That one's got one. All right, so let's see. How do we want these? I can have them going off the edge a little bit. Now, I just want to work out roughly where they're going to go first so I can stamp some leaves. I only need 2 of each, actually. So I might not need that little one. And maybe these little ones can just go flat on the bottom, because we're going to have our sentiment label as well, which is going to be this one, and that's going to be over here. So we might only need one little pink one. And I'm just thinking, should I have, ooh, decisions. We could pop everything up, really, couldn't we? We could pop everything up. Let's pop everything up, and we just won't pop the leaves up. We'll stamp the leaves. All right, so if I kind of position them like that, let's just double check that they're not going to go off the edge of the card if I do that. Oh no, that'll be good. Yeah, okay, let's just stamp a few leaves in those kind of positions. And I think this one, this shaded spruce will go really nicely. Where are those leaves that we, yeah, look at that. They'll go really nicely with the DSP, that colour, yeah. Because we could, yeah, but it's going to take, it would be nice to do the leaves as well, but I think we're going to need too many, because we've probably got, on the original, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, and I've only die cut 2, so that will be quite a few more passes through the embossing, through the die cut machine. Yeah, I think we'll just put stamp the leaves flat on that. We'll see how that looks. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to position them just like that. Something like that. Okay, and we'll bring in our our leaf stamp. Let's just move those out of the way for the minute. And that out of the way for the minute. Where's our leaf stamp? Here we go. All right. So if I just work out the positions of them first. So, oops, better make sure I ink it up properly. So we'll go there. And there like that. We'll come back in with the colour. And then we'll have one coming in there. And let's have one going off the edge there. And this little one will have one coming out from there. Kind of positioning these so I can see where the leaves are going to sit so that they're going to be, you know, coming out from underneath the flower, hopefully. Like that. And then this one. Let's have one coming down here and going up this way. Like that. And let's have might have one more coming up from this big one. Go up that way from the big one. Yeah. All right, let's try that. And let's add in, okay, we can move all the flowers off now. Okay, so we're going to go stamp, stamp, and stamp, 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 stamp. I've got to remember to do it twice, otherwise we're going to get some that are very dark. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. That's a good way to remember it, isn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Turn that around. 1, 2. Go in the opposite direction now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that, I'll just do that again because I didn't stamp that off properly. There we go. So what's everyone creating today? Did you say Cape Gooseberry cake? No. What's Cape Gooseberry cake? No, I didn't say Cape Gooseberry cake. Just I said mandarin cake before, and I said I had some frozen cake that my auntie made me, but I don't know what frozen gooseberry cake is, Rose. What is that? You'll have to enlighten me. Never heard of that. I think the cake that my auntie made me was, it was gluten-free carrot cake, I think. I think it's gluten-free carrot cake because it tastes cinnamony, and I'm sure I saw little bits of carrot in it when I was eating some the other day. Oh, I just saw your comment, Leslie, too. Leslie said, I can remember sailing into Hobart in late October and it was snowing on the mountain. Oh, that would have been so beautiful, Leslie. That would have looked stunning. All right, so we'll give these a clean. Oops, see, I didn't get all the ink off that time. Lucky I checked it. There we go, that's better. Gooseberry cake. Okay, enlighten me. Cape gooseberry cake. All right, there we go. So I think now that the flowers should go on there fairly well. So let's lay them back on and see how we can position them. It's fun with this set. Like it's just really pretty. Like you can do so much. I've just put one dimensional on the backs of these, just in the middle, because I wasn't sure if we were going to like pop in some extra leaves or kind of what we're going to do. So I only popped one on there to begin with. And turn that around that way. Yeah, put that on. Oh, you misheard me. That's okay, but I'm still really keen to know what a Cape Gooseberry cake is. Is there such a thing? Or is that just what you thought you heard me say? I don't know, unless I said it without realising. That's a possibility too. Because, you know, I am a bit delirious today. There we go. But you know what? I've woken up a little bit now that I'm crafting with you all. I usually do tend to get into it a little bit, you know, once I get going. You all wake me up a bit. I think the crafting wakes me up. You all probably help though to be able to chat with me. It's great to have you all here to chat with me. Pop that little one in there. That's looking really cute, isn't it? What do you think? What do you think? And then we can put our sentiment in here. I reckon we can glue, now I've done that stamping, I reckon we can glue that on there. Should I? Or should I just wait a minute? Maybe I might wait a minute. We'll see if I pop that on there. I was going to put some ribbon on. Oh, you know what? I was going to put ribbon on there first and I've just stuck that one in the wrong spot. So I was going to wrap the ribbon around there. Doll. Doll, doll, doll. And then I've got to adhere these two. I'm going to have to adhere these two together first. And it's going to wrap some ribbon. I might need to take that little one back off and wrap the ribbon and then reposition that little one. That's okay. We can do that. You know what? I do these things on purpose so that I can show you all how to fix your boo-boos. The truth be known, I'm actually just human like you all, and I make mistakes. But there's always a workaround, isn't there? We had a few things that happened in class on the weekend. We had ink pads that got dropped. We had ink on fingers that got on bits where they weren't supposed to. And I'm like, that's okay. You know what? That's where we put embellishments or we put our sentiment label. And you know what? They worked it out and their cards all turned out beautifully. Okay, so you grow Cape gooseberries and thought you may have a new recipe I could use. Oh, I have never heard of, I guess I've heard of gooseberries, but I kind of thought they were an American thing. I didn't know we actually had them in Australia. I wonder if I could just put the ribbon down a bit lower than that. What do you reckon? I'll put it down there. So what's a gooseberry? What kind of fruit can you liken it to? Is there anything that you can liken it to or not really? Is it like sounds like a berry to me, so is it like a blackberry or... Yeah, I'd love to know what they are. I'd love to try one. They sound yummy. I love fruit. All right, so I'm thinking somewhere like that would work. So we can still, I reckon we can still do the ribbon underneath. It's just going to be lower than center. But you know what? Sometimes lower than center is good. And we could do just a knot. We'll just do a faux bow, but I've got too much ribbon here. Hang on, we don't want to waste. We don't want to waste this ribbon, so let's just pull it back through a little bit. Has anybody else grow any weird and wonderful or exotic fruits? Or do you grow ordinary fruits? What fruits do you grow? We have peaches in the summer and citrus fruits in the winter. And it's lovely having fruits that you can just go out and just pick straight off the tree, and they're so sweet and fresh, and you know they're not sprayed with a stack of pesticides and whatnot, and they're nice and healthy. Let's trim that one up a little bit more. Might need to do a little bit more surgery on those when we work out where they're going to sit on the card. They're not like a normal gooseberry. Okay, I've never eaten a gooseberry. I don't even know, can we get them up here? Or are they only something that is available in the colder climates? Never tried one. Okay, I think that will work. We can manipulate that bow a little bit. All right, let's do our sentiment. So we've got the basis of our card. We won't use these ones. We've got the basis of our card there ready to go. Now let's stamp our sentiment. Now I've got thanks for being there. So I'm going to stamp that one. We've also got thanks so very much, which is a little bit longer. So I think that wouldn't Thanks so very much. I don't think the so very much would fit on that one. Actually, I didn't try that. I think it looks a bit too long. Thanks so very much. Oh, it might fit actually. Thanks for being there. Thanks so very much. Oh yeah, it might fit actually. Thanks so very much. I might use thanks so very much, because I think I would use that more than thank you for being there, because that's quite specific, isn't it? Thanks so very much is more generic, so we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thanks on one side of my block, and I'm going to put the so very much on the other side of the block. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? No, I'm not. I'm going to do this. Oh, I didn't decide what colour I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I guess I'll do it in the green. What do you think? Should I do it in the green to match the leaves? Or should I do it in the pink to match the flower and the paper? What colour should I do it in, everyone? Should I do it in the green to match the leaves, or should I do it in the strawberry slush to match the paper? Or would that be too much pink? Maybe we need the green to break it up a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, I reckon there like that. And you know what? If I line them up on my block right now, I can stamp them in one go. So wait, I've got to make sure I get this lined up properly though. There we go. I'll test it on paper first. What colour do you think? Oh, Leslie said, isn't a gooseberry like a blueberry, only larger? Ooh, I don't know. Oh, you're going to leave it to Amber to investigate for me, Rose. Okay, thank you. It's too complicated to explain on text. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so what colour are we thinking? What colour does everyone think? So have I got them lined up? I don't think my so very much is very straight. Wait, let me just get that a bit straighter. I'll use my grid paper, the grid on my grid paper to line that up. Hang on, let me get my head. You're going to see all my greys now. There we go. Whoops, it's sticking to my finger. Use the grid with my head in the camera. There we go. And now I'll line that up. There we go. That's straighter. Yay. What colour? Will I stamp? I've got one go at this because I've only got one label. What colour? Amber? What colour? Are you there, Amber? What colour? Green or pink? Green or pink? I think we need, what do you reckon? I reckon we need more green. So it's going to go on there like that. And then that's going to be there like that. I don't even know if it's going to be sitting under or over. Maybe it'll be sitting over the flowers a little bit. I should have stuck them flat. That's okay. So it'll sit there. I reckon green. I think we need green. Yes, Amber. Great minds think alike. Amber just said green. All right, so let's just check. I'm going to ink this up and we'll stamp them on the grid paper first just to check I've got my alignment. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. All right, I've got one go at this, people, because I don't have another one of these. I've already used it on something else. Oh, hold your breath, hold your breath, hold your breath. Press down firmly, don't rock. Yes, that's not too shabby. Isn't that a lovely font, that thanks? I really like that. Lovely. So I'm using one of the labels from the labels ephemera pack, which goes with this suite. Where did I put them? Oh, I put them over there. Hang on. So I was just having a look to see if I had any smaller ones still available, or if I've already used them. I think I used the other ones that were smaller were these ones, and I already used them. So that's the smallest one that I had. So I guess I could have used, if I wanted to, I could have used this one or this one and just had them coming in from the side and just like chop them off. Could have done that. But yeah, I like that. All right, now I've got to be careful not to smudge that. Let's put that back over there. And we're going to pop that in here. I'm going to mount that up on dimensionals. I'll just make sure I've got my dimensionals in there. You know what? I reckon this is ready to stick down. Oh, I was going to manipulate my ribbon a little bit first though, wasn't I? So let's work out where we want our ribbon to sit. If that's going to sit there like that, then my ribbon is sticking up a little bit. So I don't have a glue dot under it yet though. Might just need to manipulate it a little bit just to get it to sit nicely. It's a little bit skewy at the minute. It might sit a little bit over that flower. I don't think that would matter too much. It's because I've tied it in a knot rather than a bow. I just thought that would be a little bit less bulky if I did it that way. It's turning out to be a really nice card though. What do you think, everyone? Yeah, I reckon just there. I could take it over a little bit further. Let's try it over a little bit further. And we'll bow the card slightly so that we can wriggle the ribbon over. Let's try it over that side and see how that looks. We pop it in there. Well, I think it looks better closer to the sentiment. What do you reckon? Yeah, I don't know, I reckon it looks better, looked better back in there a little bit. Doesn't matter if it covers up the flowers a little bit, you can still see them. And I will trim it down a little bit too. Now it's not wanting to go back where it was. It's like, no, you moved me. There we go. So let's see. Yeah, I think we'll have that hanging off the edge a little bit there. And yep, that can go about there, I reckon. I think so. All right, let's pop a glue dot under that. Oh, Australian gooseberries are red. Oh, there you go. So keen to look them up now. And then I can look out for them at the supermarket and see if they are they a winter berry rose? Do they fruit in the winter, in the colder months? I know some berries only are around in the colder months. All right, now I've got to work out where we can put our dimensionals on here without getting in the way of the rest of our card. So I'm going to use some of my edge pieces because, you know, we always want to use our edge pieces up and not waste them. These are the edge pieces from my minis actually. So I'm just going to chop these. I'll use some of those. So I think we can put one in there and probably one there and there. Let's do 3 like that. There we go. Now, I told you all about my weekend, and some of you who jumped on a little bit later may have not caught it all, but that's okay. What did you all get up to on the weekend? Did anyone do anything nice, or did you do some craft? What did you do? What did you get up to? Let me know in the comments. There we go. Awesome. And now we will stick that all down, and I think I've got to trim that ribbon. That ribbon's a little bit too long. It's just make it a little short knot. We just want that little bit of extra bling on there. Yeah, we can even tuck that under there a little bit. think what I did is I twisted it when I tied. Oh, that's better. That's better, whatever I just did just then. I think I twisted it as I tied it. That's what happened. There, that's okay. All right, let's stick that onto the card. I'll put my liquid glue. There it is. Now, of course, the liquid glue does not adhere well to the ribbon because it just soaks in. So I'm just going to do the glue either side of the ribbon. And normally I would, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be sneaky and I'm going to pop a little glue dot. A couple of little glue dots on there, but we want them to be flat. We do have detail on the front, so they shouldn't be bulky, but we don't want them to be bulky and showing through to the other side, but that'll just help to hold that down a little bit. And then we're going to put the whole thing down. So it's quite a simple design, but just by die cutting those flowers and popping them up on dimensionals, like, it just makes the card just that next level, doesn't it? There we go. Okay, push that all down. I might use my bone folder actually to get in underneath those little areas. Yeah, bone folder is like the best tool. This and the take a pic tool, like, they are just the best. Okay, give that all a little push down. Beautiful. Look at that. Aww, such a cute little card. I like that. Right, that bit's sitting up a little bit. We could flip the, if we wanted to, we could probably, let me see if I can do it. Yes, yay. I think it looks better with the flowers over the top of the sentiment. And because I only put the, actually I might use my bone folder, because I only put the dimensionals in the center of the flowers, it gives me the opportunity now to manipulate those petals. That's better, isn't it? That's better. Yes. All right, now we need bling. And we've got these beautiful strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems that are part of the suite. The only thing we didn't really use was the, well, I mean, there's so many dies in here that we could have used. And we didn't use, like, look at all those different dies that you've got that you can build your own flowers, and like we did on the first card when I made this one. And we used only the dies for all of that and the embossing folder and stuff. And we just used the sentiment from the stamp set. But yeah, so much you can do with this set. I just love it. All right, now I think we're going to use the deeper pink blingy bling blings. And let's just put a few of them around about. Where do we want to put them? Let's just pop them in here. You know what, you could even mix and match the colours if you wanted to, because there are 3 different colours. We could do the light and the dark pink, couldn't we? Could we do a light pink one there? I'll take that back off. See if I can do a light pink one. I'll keep going with this row that I've got here. Do a light pink one there. What do you think? Oh, I think the dark one actually looked better. I'll put the dark one back there. Dark pink. And then let's get another one. I might do another large one down here somewhere. Let's sneak one in there. Oh, we've got kind of got those 2 in line. We don't really want to have them in line. It's not so aesthetically pleasing to the eye, is it, to have them in line? If we tuck it over here, it's not quite in line then, is it? Put it over here, a bit closer to that one. There we go. Beautiful. What do you think? I'm really happy with that. That turned out really well, really beautifully. So now we've got that one and that one and that one, and the original one that I made at Onstage as well, which is on display out in the studio. So I don't have that one right here right now, but so it's 4 very different cards. And look, this one was the inspiration, but look how different this one today turned out. See, it's quite stepped up, isn't it, to that one? So what do you think? Oh, thank you, ladies. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, And it didn't take too long to put it together. The most of the time is actually in the die cutting, I think. Yeah, I really like that. Very happy with how that turned out. Turned out even better than I imagined, actually. Yay, good. All right, I'm going to quickly turn the camera back up face to face so that I can say goodbye to you properly. So bear with me for a moment. And I'll just adjust my stand here. Always do that wrong at the end. I'm still not used to the changes to how Facebook Lives work since they made all the changes and we can't do our mirror image. So there you go. And look at that gold in there. That's beautiful. And the gems, which you can't see on camera, but the gems have the gold flecks in them too. So isn't that a bright, cheery card? Like, that will surely brighten somebody's day. And I will put I'll just put an insert inside too. I usually do them afterwards because my cards take a long time to put together. So I do the inserts afterwards. I don't typically do them when I'm live. So there you go. So I hope you really enjoyed that. So remember, I've got the class coming up using those beautiful products, and you will get some product in that class as well as part of the class. You're going to get a quarter pack of the DSP, a half a pack of the labels ephemera, and half a pack of the bling, and then 2 meters of the beautiful ribbon as well. And I'll have the stamp sets and the dies here for you to use, or you can choose to add them on if you would like to have your own stamp and die set as well. And then you can add them on. I can order them for you with your class supplies and then have them here ready for you to use, and you can exclusively use them yourself when you are here, rather than having to share my set with everybody else and having to wait your turn. So there you go. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. If there's anything I can help you with, or you've got any questions, please feel free to ask me. Remember that amazing starter kit offer, $169. You pay for only you only pay $169, but you get to choose $303 worth of products. So yeah, definitely jump on that while you can and get some amazing bargains. Save yourself some money, stock up on your craft stash, and it's a great way of getting your craft supplies cheaper. So there you go. Yeah, you've got till the 31st of May to jump on that joining offer, and I'd love to have you come and join our team. So please get in contact with me, or you can find my join link at both my blog and also, oh sorry, they're back to front. Both my blog and my website has my join link there as well. And it's in the links. Actually, I didn't put all of my links in there earlier, did I? I only put the links for my class. So let me put all of my links in the comments now, so that whatever you want to look at, wherever you want to navigate to, whether or not it's my online store, my joining, my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, if you're watching over on YouTube, my blog, all the things, they're all in that link. Yeah, you can navigate from there where you want to go. So have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Have a great evening, have a great week, and I will see you all again next week at Monday. Well, hopefully next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Have a great week, everyone. Happy crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.